colorful life. And welcome back to another part of my live mini reading session. At this point, it is all sold out. So if you're joining the notification, do another one of these live mini sessions. I also go live for free. Go live every weekend, and most of the time it's for free. And sometimes I do these live mini reading sessions, but it's not too often. So that's why you want to make sure that you're subscribed and so that you will get those notifications when I do these lives. So I'm so excited to get back into it. We're going to tap in right away to the next person, and this is Simsu. So Simsu, you have started a beauty salon out of your house recently, and you are just wondering if there's any information or any advice for you from the cards about this process. I'm so excited for you, new journey. And you're wondering perhaps when you can expect to really have that financial freedom to quit your day job, because this is just what you really love to do and you really want to be able to work for yourself. So let's go ahead and pull some cards for you about this. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. This path is just absolutely lighting up for you. And the first card that we got actually was the fulfillment card. And so your guides are telling you, look, you got this in the bag. Like, this is a great path for you. If you stay consistent with it and you keep going, then you're gonna have that dream that you want of excuse me, being able to quit that day job and do this work for yourself full time, and this vision really growing. Definitely. So they're just like, you've got this, this is your path. I also see the first thing though that came to my mind was qualifications and certifications. I just, that's what I heard in my head: qualifications and certifications, qualifications and certifications. I got that over and over again. I think they're telling you this might be the next part of the journey. I mean, right now you're doing really great, and I feel like you're getting this off the ground and you've opened this beautiful space in your home. You've created this wonderful place for people to come and retreat and relax to, and it's so great. And you definitely just keep going with what you're doing for now. But as you move toward, and you're doing a lot of self-education, but I do feel like eventually your clients are going to want to see those plaques on the wall. So I'm not sure if you've done any formal training, and but I do see that there's going to be other services you offer. One thing that was really coming up for you is like lip blush tattoo or like eyebrow microblading. I got a message like there's money for you with that. Like any extra things you can do, treatments, keratin, hair treatments, things like that. I'm not quite sure what you're doing. I am seeing you painting toenails. You love to paint, manicures, things like that. I think you're really gifted with that. But I actually see that you have an attention to detail and you just love to beautify people. And like you really, we're getting the shaman card here and the healer card because this is how you heal. Like when you're welcoming these people into your space and you're chatting with them and you're pampering them, they just get to offload and feel so cared for, and it's just such an incredible energy and gift that you're giving to these people. And so I'm definitely getting the message here that over time, if you really want to do this path, the qualifications and the certifications are going to be important. And that if you're looking for money, there's going to be money with the lip blush tattoo, there's going to be money with the microblading. I'm even seeing you doing makeup. And so these gifts and these skills, all of it wants to be expanded. So continue to self teach, continue to do what you're doing, but also start looking into programs and looking into education so that you can take this in a direction where you feel like you have basically you got those plaques on the walls, you've got your confidence, you've trained under masters, and you can elevate yourself in this career in this line of work. So your guides are saying you got a lot of work to do, but and you're on the right path, and you're creating this wonderful experience for your clients. But this is the direction to go in. The next thing I'm seeing is that you are a little bit frustrated because you just really want your life to go into balance. The day job is so frustrating for you, and you've just been through so much. They're telling you to hang in there because this vision that you have is coming into fruition, but they're telling you you're going to need to give it time, because this is the temperance card. This is telling you time and patience and energy. If you're thinking of building a legacy and building a business to the extent to where it will allow you to support yourself completely financially, pay all your bills and your rent and everything, that's going to take time. I think we can be really separated from that process because we're very separated from nature. When you go out into nature and you watch a tree grow from just a tiny little bush or like a little seed, it takes years for it to grow. A quote that I love to say to my coaching clients who are in the process of growing a business is, it takes on average around 7 years for an orange tree to blossom and bloom and to grow fruit and to have that harvest. We see, like on TikTok and Instagram, these people who are talking about how they just blew up their business in the course of 6 months or 1 year, or how they just impulsively quit their job and started drop shipping stuff from Alibaba and now they're rich. And I do feel like those things are possible, but what we don't see is all the work that they did behind the scenes before that time period to get to there. When you actually sit down and talk to those people and ask them every little detail how they did it, you're going to hear a different story. That's the kind of stuff that sells on social media. People love to see the get rich quick overnight thing, and they love to think if I'm just lucky or I just post the right thing or I say the right thing, then one day all of a sudden it's all going to come. But what's more likely is that there's steady period progress and growth. You're also going to go through periods of plateaus. There's going to be mountaintop moments in this journey of creating this business, and there's also going to be those valleys. And so it's learning how to stick with it, learning how to show up, learning how to be consistent, learning when you need to pull back and rest, and learning when it's time to really push is it's important. So be willing to give it time. Anything building a legacy truly takes time. And that's something I learned with this business. I'm 5 years into Rainbow Harmony. I was kind of hoping that by now maybe I'd have like 100,000 subscribers. But I don't know, I'm not mad at it. Like, it is what it is, and you just got to do your best. And so everyone's journey is different. So your guides are like, let go of your expectations. Don't give up a year or two from now just because you haven't reach that goal of quitting the day job. I mean, because what else are you going to do? I think this is your passion. That's why I'm saying, what else are you going to do? Like, this is what you love, and you're not going to give up. So your guides are saying 3 years from now, that's probably when you're looking at like all the money coming in, the bills being paid, everything aligning, and like you having built a reputation for yourself. By then you'll have more skills under your belt. You'll have some like certificates, like you'll have people are going to be tossing your name around. And actually what I do see is you're not going to be working out of your home forever. I think working out of your home is good temporarily while you're getting started. It was also a really great idea because of COVID, but now things are kind of changing, and I actually do see you getting into a professional place, maybe working in a professional salon. And your guides are telling you to collaborate with your passion. You might want to find other people who you can work with, or maybe who want to rent a studio or a space with you where you guys all attract clients. Like maybe one person is doing like shaving and working on men's haircuts, and then then their wives come to you. You know what I mean? Like you can build connections like that where you guys all kind of work together. I actually see other people working on this with you. I think right now it's very important to do this alone and to build, but at a certain point you're gonna like really be established, and you're gonna find other people who are established who want to go in on like actually having a storefront or a studio or a space. And I think that's where, when that happens, that's when you're really starting to pay the bills and everything. So Your guides are saying that the security that you want, there's a path for that here, but you have to be willing to elevate this. You have to be willing to continuously be taking the next step and the next step and the next step. And so, what you're doing right now is a good start, but acknowledge it for what it is. It's the start. Don't have those unrealistic expectations, but also, so meaning like you need to give it time and years, but also have the expectation that it's going to work out. Have the expectation that you will pay those bills and you will quit that job and that you will you get the requirements and the things that you need and that you'll build the reputation, that you'll have high class quality clients, and that you can take this to the next level. And that's a big manifestation, and big manifestation take time. We're not looking at 10 years, we're looking at a couple years. That's reasonable. So they're saying you know, be realistic about that part of it. They're also telling you to write down your goals. They're like, it's time for you to write down your declaration of exactly what you're doing here and the big dream. Your vision got you here and you manifested this. Isn't that crazy that you've gotten this far, and that's incredible and that's something to be celebrated, but they're like, it's time to write down the big manifestation or the big goal or the big dream, the big intention. And from there, you can build forward. So wonderful. I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you next time. All right, so we're moving on to the next person. So Anje or Ange is next. Ooh. Okay. Okay. All right, so you want to know if maybe next year you will go to study your master's in Spain. You're from Chile and this is like a big goal of yours. And if not, then maybe just like some work advice. So let's go ahead and see, will you go to Spain to do your master's? Okay, I get a yes. And the first thing that came to my mind, I heard this like clairaudient message that was like, I don't see why not. It's kind of this message like your spirit guides are saying like, you can do this. You can make this happen. Like this is doable for sure. Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of resistance as I tap into this energy. Now, as far as a timeline, it's so funny because I was just going to talk about your father, Angie. I got the message that your father, is your mother also involved in this? Because I felt like your parents are split. Like your father is totally down for you to go, but your mom's kind of a little bit nervous about it. Because look, King of Wands, this is like a fast energy. This is like him being like, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's invest in this. This is a great path. This is a great opportunity. Your mom is like a little bit nervous. I think she's just nervous for you to go. Because this Queen of Swords, this is almost like, I don't know, is this too risky, or maybe it's too big of an investment, or is, going to be worth it. And then we're getting something about the Six of Swords, because maybe it's 6 months from now that you're going to be hearing back from these applications that you put out, or you're going to be in the middle of the application process or something. So the vibe, it's so funny that your mom and your dad came out here. That's so cute. The vibe that I'm getting is that You're going to get a lot of no's, but you will get one yes. So, yeah, scholarships for sure. I mean, this is the Queen of Pentacles. This is money. She's worried about that. Um, Spain is actually a really cost-effective place to live. I know you're coming from Chile, so there's like a difference and stuff, but I don't know. I do get that you're going to get a yes. And it might not be the first school that you wanted to go to, but I'm getting a message that just get one of them. Like, I just see you over there. I see a purpose. I feel like you're meant to have that experience there. I feel like you're meant to have that link there. I feel like you're going to put down roots. I also see you meeting somebody romantically. And I know that your parents really want you to focus on your studies, but I see you meeting somebody there. I see a family. I see children. I see a home. I see you putting roots down. I see this being really good for your entire family. Opportunities for everybody. It's a big investment, but I see it being so worth it. And your guides are like, this is your calling, and when you are really called to go somewhere and this has been laid on your heart, then the universe is going to move mountains to help you go. It will be hard to figure out the financial thing. I'll be honest. It's going to be kind of like, whoa, what are we going to do? But I see you working, and I also see like the cost of living or the roommate situation and all that, like you being able to like work it out, if that makes sense. And look, we got the success card. I mean, that's a very straightforward message. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I see a lot of, oh, you're saying you already have a boyfriend. I don't know. That might be for another reading. Don't worry about it. Live your life. Your guy's saying, let go of control. Situation happen naturally. But yeah, I do get this sense that you're going to be very, very successful. And this is going to be a good path for you. It looks like where you are, there's not as many opportunities for the field of study you want to go into, or there's not as many guarantees, but this school in Spain opens you up to a whole world of success and opportunities. You need this new influence. You need this new influence is what your guides are saying. This is about love. We won't talk about that right now. But there's many reasons why you're drawn to this place. Your guides are saying that you need to really connect with this decision. You need to know in your heart that you're going to go. You're going to need to tell yourself, I'm going. You need to tell yourself, one of these schools is going to want me. And you need to start cutting cords with like where you're from, if that makes sense. Like, I would suggest to start getting, not, maybe putting in storage or donating some stuff you aren't going to take with you. I would suggest to get a suitcase and just pack a couple things in it, just to start seeing it and start telling yourself, I'm going, this is happening, you know? Yeah, they're saying this is your path. This is your path. And they're also saying create your path. So maybe it's time for you to create a vision board of like what you envision your life being like there. Like, what kind of living situation are you going to manifest? What are you going to do on your time off? What is your study time going to look like? What kind of friends are you going to make? Like, what's your routine going to be? Like, start really envisioning that life. Because I do feel like the only thing that could hold you back from manifesting this might just be the fear or the doubt or the insecurity. And it's natural to feel those things. That's human. But you need to put some positive energy out there and start telling yourself, these schools would be lucky to have me. This is my path. This is my destiny. I'm meant to do this. Put the good energies out there. You guys are telling you to embrace your truth. I think it's wonderful that your family is supporting you. I think it's normal for your mom to struggle a little bit with letting you go and knowing that this is a big investment. I don't think you're going to let anybody down. Your dad really has your back and is behind you. Of course, so is your mother. And everybody wants to see you be successful. I feel like you have a big opportunity. I feel like your parents have worked your whole life to give you an opportunity like this. Maybe they didn't envision that it was going to be so far away. But this is going to be a blessing for the whole family. That's what I get. And I get this message that you're for the change. You're ready for the change, for sure. Let me see if I can get any more messages for you about this path. Yeah, your guides are like, you need to put a lot in this pot and stir it. So you might even need to apply to more schools. Don't just set all your sights on one school. Be open, okay? But here's the sun. This is the yes card. The sun is the most positive, uplifting, exciting, and rewarding card in the entire tarot. If you ask a yes or no question, the sun is the only card that means a definitive yes. The only thing that I see maybe not happening is it might not happen in the timeline that you think. But if you apply this time around and it doesn't work out, then hire somebody to help you with your applications and try again. Don't let anybody or your family or anybody pressure you that, oh, well, that's it, the jig's up, it didn't work out, you got to stay in Chile now. Like, give it a try, because I've seen this happen to so many people where they will get very nervous, they'll apply to schools and then they'll get rejected, and then they wait 6 months or a year, and then they'll try again, and like they'll hire a tutor or a mentor, or they'll research on YouTube, like, they'll just really put their heart and soul into it and go into it with more confidence, because it's like, hey, you already got rejected, there's nothing to lose. Take the pressure off. Man, just try one more time for good luck, for good measure, and then bam, they get in. So I mean, I don't know, it seems like you're gonna have good news maybe even in May or June, like something like that. But it does seem like to me that just be open and don't give up on this dream. You are going to get the school there. You're going to get the master's there. You're going to finish it there. And it's like it needs to be finished there, if that makes sense. So nothing's going to keep you from that goal or from that dream. And it's all going to work out. So, yeah, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. That's the message I keep getting. Yeah, and your guides are like, start. You might need to start applying. You might need to start, like I said, start packing, start the vision board, start working on affirming this to yourself, start making arrangements, and be open to receive. This is kind of part of manifestation, almost like acting as if it's already happened. Obviously, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, but you are kind of in limbo right now, because you know that if you don't get accepted and it doesn't work out, then it's almost like you got to change your plans and you want to work, like you said. Don't worry about plan B right now. Just start working. Like, what can you do while you're in this limbo and waiting? Well, maybe you can get a part-time job so that you can start saving up for some extra money and that you'll need while you're there. Maybe you can start packing or start organizing things, start cleaning out your room. Like, get ready, open to receive is what your guides are saying. So I hope that that resonates with you. I'm so happy for you in this new journey. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you next time. Peace out. Who is it? Caroline. Mm. Oh my god. Mm. So illustrations? Okay. So basically, Caroline, you want to illustrate narratives for... Sorry. Let me just see it. Okay, so you... Sorry. I'm just trying to make sure I get your question right. Can I just see the laptop? So, Caroline, you want to illustrate narratives for books, educational resources, storyboarding, and games. And you have this gift. But you're just like, oh my God, where do I even start? Like, you really want to open up your creative energy and just really get into it. And, but you're just hoping, like, is this the right path? Like, can I get some information about this? Where do I start? What do I do? Like, it's a side of yourself that I feel like has always been there. But it's like you walked away from it for a while because, you were like, I need to handle these other things on my path. I need to establish myself. And now your heart just keeps coming back to it. It just keeps coming up. And especially after these eclipses, I can sense that you're just like, you know what your purpose is and like that you're meant to do this, but it's overwhelming, you know? And maybe this is the first time in your whole life you've really admitted, I want to do this, I want this, you know? So I get that sense from you for sure. It's never too late. You know, throw away that whole idea that you have to have already established yourself in an industry like this, fresh out of college or whatever. You can reinvent yourself as an artist for sure. I've done it many times already on my path. You can do it. The universe really wants to be generous with you. The universe wants what you want. And whatever you put your time and your momentum and your energy into and you stay consistent with, it will grow and it will produce that fruit. It will harvest. The first message I got when my partner was reading me your question, I just kept hearing over and over, Discord, Discord, Discord. Get on Discord and find a group of people who are doing a project like that, who needs somebody to do those illustrations or the work, your creative work. You will find people out there who are also trying to put together a project like that, and that's like their gift. That's like what they want to do for their career, and they're looking for other people to collaborate with. For instance, I have background in the fashion industry. I worked in the fashion industry for years, and I still kind of do. And when I was trying to get into the styling industry, I never went to school for fashion styling, but I thought, maybe I can build up my portfolio so that I can attract these clients and attract the kind of projects that I want. So I went out and I found people who were in the same level as me, who were like photographers or who were models, who really needed to build their portfolio as well. And so I found these people, and how I found them was online. I found them through like people who had blogs, people who were on Pinterest, people who were in various forms of social media, like people from Instagram. I followed hashtags. I found people that like were just starting their accounts and kind of on the same level as me. And I DM'd them. I asked them, let's meet up, let's hang out, let's collaborate, let's talk, and got stuff rolling. And I started putting my stuff up online. I started staying consistent. I always had some type of project I was working on. I never stopped. And through that, eventually I was able to attract more like high quality people to collaborate with. And then I attracted work. My work got published. I started getting paid for it. It was incredible. And so that's highly what I would suggest for you, is to find people that you can collaborate with. That's going to be a huge part of your journey, is building that portfolio. So you need to find other people that are trying to build their portfolio. You can also go on Kickstarter. And once you have a portfolio that's pretty good, you can start approaching these people. Hey, do you have an illustrator? Hey, do you need someone? Check out my portfolio. I'd love to work with you. You're going to have to keep your ear to the ground. You're going to have to do some sleuthing. You're going to have to be on LinkedIn. But how are you going to get to that point? You can connect on Discord with people who are just starting and you guys start collaborating because you can keep each other accountable. But also right now, you just need to be drawing or working. You need to be creating. So you need to put yourself on a schedule, and then you need to just release your creations out into the world. It's okay if it's shitty. That's something I'm proud of myself for, is I put like every single photo shoot that I did online. Even if it was kind of shitty, like I just did it. And eventually things got better and my work grew. Like you want to show, like people eventually will be able to see your progress and your progression and how you've grown, you've got better and better. So start now, start a new TikTok or start a Instagram or YouTube, start a social media and document your process. Document your creations, show the behind the scenes of the work that you do, show your work in progress, and show, of course, the finished result. And don't be embarrassed of it. Start from where you're at now. Let people see you start from the bottom. Use all the hashtags. You're going to have to teach yourself and learn about social media. That's the only way you're going to market yourself these days, is how it works now. And so that's definitely a message I'm getting for you, is about just getting this going. And also in your home, they're saying that to get, go ahead and work and then invest in getting a really nice drafting table for yourself or a workspace, and hang up a vision board over that space of exactly how you see your career forming and shaping and what it would look like down to the very last detail. And so this is probably going to take you back to Pinterest. My stereotypical advice is to get on Pinterest or, make yourself that vision board. But for you, I want you to hang it above your workspace so that when you're drawing every day and you're just crumpling papers and throwing them away, or you're writing, making those narratives or whatever, like, it's, you're realizing this is my vision. This is what I'm doing right now is getting me to that. I'm working towards that. So yes, the first step really would be to create a vision board of all of this so you can get it down in one space. So it's not just all floating around in your head, confusing you. And then the next step would be to create the sacred space for yourself. So while you're creating that sacred space, you need to go through your home and get rid of clutter and get rid of any old items and, even old clothes and things that don't suit you. You need to rebrand yourself completely. Get yourself new clothes that like make you feel like, the aesthetic artist that you truly are. You want to get what's the vision that you have of yourself being this artist? You need to like step into those new shoes. So I definitely would say working on the sacred space, and then like your vibe and your look and your aesthetic, and then get yourself like a new coffee cup or tea cup that's like really special, and like some incense, and just like set the mood and make the whole thing very aesthetic and very sexy so that you're like invited to create this work. And then you need to do a little bit every day. Some days you're going to have to literally discipline yourself to sit down and set a 15-minute timer and just sketch a little bit or erase something, or just, until the timer goes up. And then other days you're going to want to sit down for hours and hours and hours. But the important thing is that you're doing a little bit every day. It's more about the energy and the momentum. And then you're also going to have to document everything, like film yourself, take tons of photos, get a film camera and like take pictures and get it developed, and like, get creative with that too. And, really work hard on your personal brand. So your guides are saying this is how you're going to do it. And, to get yourself back into this art, I think that you deserve to have some really nice tools and materials and supplies. So you need to ask yourself how you're going to get that. You need to work on the budget, maybe take extra hours, extra job, whatever, so you can invest in those really nice materials. Get yourself the very best. And your guides are saying that you're meant to be reunited with this side of yourself. Now, as you move forward, you have all of this wisdom and strength and courage that you've built on your journey to help you in this direction. And this is the best time to be an artist. You're not going to be a starving artist. You're going to make so much money. Some of the most wealthy people I know are artists and do the kind of work that you do. We're in such a visual society, Don't be distracted by those NFTs and stuff. Maybe you do some stuff like that in the future and dabble in it, of course, but really stay true to your vision, okay? And then your guides are saying this path is sacred. It's protected. This is the sacred path of the artist. You're protected. The universe has such a soft spot for people who have these dreams. So expect to see wild synchronicities and things aligning. Don't forget what I said about collaboration and Discord and searching hashtags and DMing people. Some of these people will fuck you over. Some of them will stab you in the back. Some of them will like ditch you in the middle of a project. That's all part of the process. You'll find your people. You'll complete some things through the process, okay? So yeah, it's time to go after your big dream. There's nothing left to do. You've really mastered everything else in your life, and now it's time to master this. I hope this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you next time. Peace out. All right. All right, so we're moving on to the next person, which is I Speak My Truth. Oh my goodness, it's so great to hear from you, I Speak My Truth. I know who you are. I saw your name pop up. Oh, Chelsea, you were saying I can relate to this. I'm trying to be an illustrator too. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So I speak my truth. A name was in. Yeah. Ooh, I love it. You left it open. Okay, so I speak my truth. What do I need to know right now? Everybody who's asked that today, I'm pulling from this deck. Hope you're ready. Oh my god, this is so good. Okay, dear. The first card we're getting is stagnation, but we got it reversed. So things have been a little stagnant in your life for a while. To be honest, you just needed a break from the drama and you needed some time to rest. You fought so hard to get your independence and you've been through a lot of shit, you know? You dealt with some stuff with a narcissist and that is just going to exhaust the shit out of you. I feel like you're so used to living in life just exhausted and depleted that like you're not even used to what it feels like to be energized, but now you're getting a little bit of a glimpse. You literally fear nothing. You're at this point where you're like nothing would be as bad as narcissistic abuse. You know, your worst day outside of that situation is better than your best day with the narcissist. And so, in a weird way, it's kind of this gift because you know you hit your rock bottom and you're never going to get that low again. And really, there's only where you have to go from here, pretty much just up. So, that's what your guides are saying. There's this accumulation happening of like all the work that you've done, how much you work to get yourself out of there, how much you've worked on creating more abundance for yourself and more opportunities for yourself. And now your guides are saying all you have to do is just open to receive this abundance. So there's this message that there's nothing to push for right now. There's nothing to try for. You can continue just kind of chilling and resting. There is something that quite literally is going to come and fall into your lap. For you right now, it's more about just allowing yourself to receive more and also enjoy things without guilt. Something about being with a narcissist is that, like, you get programmed to basically kind of be afraid or feel guilty when you're happy. And that's because whenever you're happy, that's when the narcissist will narc you. That's when they'll abuse you and cut you down because they love to take, they get supply off like you watching you and allowing you almost to go up and then they cut you down. And that when you drop like that and they see you go to that low, that's when they vampire off you. And so you're programmed and wired to be afraid to let loose, to be afraid to have fun, to be afraid to be happy, to be afraid to just have a good day. So when you're just, it's quiet and you're relaxed and you're at peace, your mind is already programmed to create chaos or to look and pick out the one thing that's going wrong or to expect the worst to happen. So now that you're out of the narc abuse, this is the big thing for you, which is telling yourself and affirming to yourself, all is well and will continue to be. I'm safe. It's over. I have space to heal. Everything's going to be fine. I'm not with the narcissist anymore. The life that I was living and the way I looked at the world, that was not the truth. That was the programming of the narc. And now I can look at life with new eyes, with fresh eyes. Now I can be free. Now I can have that youth and that childhood I never got to have. So that's what your guides are telling you. Right now, your only goal should just be resting and giving yourself the childhood you never had. Don't be afraid that you're going to be irresponsible and rack up all your credit cards and like drink too much or something. I think your guides are saying, go to the party, have fun, let loose, buy yourself that nice thing you want, trust yourself. You've had to be smart and responsible and survive for so long. You're not going to fuck yourself over. Like you are responsible. If you need to cut loose a little bit, if you need to just enjoy, if it feels good right now to stay up really late or to, go on some trip or something or just hang out with your friends all the time and like do that, like do the things that you weren't allowed to do or you weren't able to do. Do the things that you always wanted to do. Give yourself the little things that you wanted. And, listen to your inner child and your inner teenager because they're going to be asking you for things. Like lately, I don't know why, but I just feel like I've been wanting like roses. And I feel like it's just like my inner child really wants like just pretty flowers. I don't know how to describe it, but like it's just this weird desire. Like there'll be little things like that will come up where you're just like, I just want to color, or I just want to watch this anime show, or I just want to like feel pretty and go out, or I just want to like go to the beach. Like just listen because you know, you're finally free. And you know, that's how you also create and perpetuate more of that freedom, is to allow it to yourself. So there's another message that this is a really good time for you to give priority to material and business concerns. So they're saying invest in the nicer things, like get yourself like a nice bedspread and a nice comforter, or if there's anything that needs to be thrown out. Like sometimes we hang on to things because we're afraid that we're not going to get anything better. Like if you've got ratty underwear, if you've got clothes that don't fit you, just get rid of them. There was this time when I was in LA where I did that. Like I was manifesting a new wardrobe and like a new style and like a new me, and I literally got rid of everything except for like one outfit, like two outfits, and I wore that outfit all the time. And I just was like, fuck it. I'm going to wear the same thing. I don't care what people think. I'm going to do this until the new shit manifests, because everything else literally does not serve me anymore. And so I did that. And after a while, the new stuff manifested. So I don't know. Maybe you don't have to go that radical, but they're like, you know, invest in the nice things. Keep your budget balanced. Don't go too crazy. I think that's what you really want. You just want to surround yourself with nice things. And yeah, it's material stuff, because you weren't taken care of for so long, and your body and your soul and your mind is just like, I want these things I want to be taken care of. I want to have nice things, and I want to live a more minimalist life. And so there's that. There's also the business stuff. I feel like now you can start a vision towards like, what is your purpose? What do you want to do for your career? Like you just been focused on survival for so long. And I feel like there's a message that you're going to be working more, like taking on more hours, second job, that kind of thing. Cause like you're also going to be really investing in a lot of things, or materials or supplies. I don't know if you're thinking about starting a business, but your guides are like, you need to heal from this narc abuse. So maybe just focus on working hard and playing hard right now. And make sure you're supported to take time off, because maybe some body things come up or you get exhausted sometimes. I get messages that it would be really good for you to have a job where you like made your own hours. Like, I don't know if like, you know, delivering groceries, or you know, Uber or that kind of shit. I don't know. I'm kind of seeing something like that for you, but it also seems like, you know, there's something for you with makeup and aesthetics and beauty and influencing for sure is coming up. But that path will take a little while to build. And in the meantime, you need to, you know, take good care of yourself. So basically, it's time to just clean house, get rid of stuff, and start getting ready for like your new life. You're going to be making a really important step when it comes to like a career change. Life is going to be showering some surprising gifts onto you. Your guides are telling you don't waste any time, just receive, and know that everything in life is a gift. You don't even have to necessarily earn things or deserve things. Everything is a gift. I mean, the narcs aren't a gift, but I guess you could see like what you learned is a gift. The only thing in life that isn't a gift. I'm just kidding. But I think this card is telling you good things are coming, and like just maybe be a little impulsive and take that next step. So I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you next time. Yeah. Okay, Christina is next. All right, Christina, what do you need to know the most right now? Are you sure you want to know? I'm just kidding. I've been saying that to everybody. I mean, I don't usually use this deck for personal readings, but it's like a private deck I use for myself all the time. But maybe it's just something about the eclipses, because I'm just feeling it today. So, what do you need to know, Christina? So, Christina, there has been some crazy energy around you lately. And I get this sense that, like, you haven't really been talking or telling anybody about it. Because you're the one that everybody comes to cry on their shoulder for support. You're like the strong one. You're also like, there's a shyness to you. There's an energy of like sweetness, and people might not know the true depth that lies underneath you. Your inner world is very rich. You're a dreamer. You're like a mystic. You're like a poet. But something has really been tormenting you lately. I don't know if it's the past. I don't know if it's like a relationship, an ex, something like that. But you just been processing a lot. I mean, who isn't processing a lot of shit after these eclipses and this time of year? But I just feel like it's been so hard for you. This year was very difficult for you. I feel like you're so ready for it to be over. This card right here is talking about how lately you've been really nervous about your future. You're just kind of feeling like, well, this is all I'm good for. And you've been feeling like kind of like a little inadequate and like maybe you're going to fail. Your guide is telling you that this fear is good. It's coming from a loving place. It's just trying to protect you. We're wired to stay with the status quo and to not like make any big changes. It's normal that it's going to set off our, excuse me, it's normal that it's going to set off like our fear responses and kind of trigger us a little bit when we decide to do something new. I feel like you're on the edge of creating something new in your life. And what's really going on here is that what needs to happen is you need to make these internal changes first. You need to look within. If you just blindly rush along, it's only going to lead to further conflicts and entanglements. You need to move away from this challenging situation. You need to step back from this situation in your life so that you can get calm enough to actually see through it. And from there, you're going to get a better handle on things. So yeah, there's definitely this message that you need to pull back. Some of these conflicts around you, honestly, will just literally resolve themselves. Things have come to a standstill. It seems like nothing. Here, I'm going to get some water. Things have come to a standstill in your life. It kind of feels like nothing's working. You decide that you're going to like start this business, or you're going to do this opportunity, or you're going to go after that, but then you just kind of give up on it. There's nothing wrong with that. Your energy right now is very blocked by tension. There's like a sadness and a heaviness around you, feelings of oppression. What you need to do now is to process this, sit in it. The goal is to let go of your old burdensome ideas of who you have to be or how you have to feel to live your life. I think there's just a lot coming at you from all angles. Like maybe you're on social media a lot and you're seeing all these different decisions and choices and opinions, and it's just hard to find your truth amidst the chatter. I would highly suggest a social media detox for you. I would highly suggest that you unplug for like at least a week, maybe 2 weeks, like completely. And you use that time instead to work with your hands, to go out into nature, to hit the gym, to be with your body. That would be very hard. You're going to find the need to want to turn on the TV or to want to watch the YouTube or to want to, without that, it's so crazy. Whenever you take a little detox, it's just like, whoa. I don't even see you as the kind of person that's really even that addicted to technology. I just think maybe you're not realizing how much of these voices and these opinions have been getting to you, and how your body and your mind and your soul is just really craving this silence and this solitude. So your guides are telling you to let go and let God. Don't struggle against the current right now. Basically pay attention to this pressure that's building up. Sit quietly. Let this energy not soften within you. Move your body. Allow your true feelings to come up and be dispersed. Then your vital force in your life energy will flow again very quickly. So a couple days ago, I went out to the pool to like lay out in the sun, and I just like laid, And I started just quieting my mind, and I all of a sudden I started noticing these weird thoughts and these fears and these things that were coming up, random shit, and I was like, whoa, I just felt like I was like dodging bullets, you know? And I had to just like breathe, let the sun hit me, chill myself out. And I was like, wow, I really needed that. I don't know why personally I've been having difficulty meditating lately, but I have been making this habit of going down to the pool and getting out in the sun and like just sitting in silence, clearing my chakras. And damn, I needed that, especially as a healer. Just kind of makes me wonder, like, when was the last time you did that? Because we can be like all woke and spiritual or like on the path or whatever, and we can be like doing all the things and taking all the action. But if our inner state isn't calmed, if we're not giving ourselves that quiet time or that rest time, we're not giving to our inner child, then our energy gets dispersed. So your guides are saying the reason that nothing's moving forward in your life right now is because you're meant to spend this time with yourself. You're meant to be relaxed, you're meant to calm, you're meant to find the peace. And the universe is going to keep you here until you get there. And it's frustrating because you're like, I just want to go. I just want to keep going. I just want to make it happen. But they're like, no, stop that and be. That seems to be the message to a lot of people today. And then if you listen quietly, you'll realize there have been some thoughts and some things and some stuff you're remembering that's like really been tormenting you. So I would suggest to write about that. Just to write it down and just get it out on a piece of paper. What's been frustrating you? Why you're so pissed off? Like what's going on? Like what this person or the situation did to you and how you're just done with it. And from that space, a situation will arise or a solution will arise. Last night, I wrote down, I've been going through this myself. I wrote down some stuff about how frustrated I was and like how just personal stuff. And then as I was writing, I found myself writing out a solution. And then I stopped and read it and it was like, whoa, that just kind of came out naturally. It's true. Like, really, these cards are saying you need some medicine. You just need some time to connect with yourself. What I'm seeing here is the buffalo. A lot of money and abundance wants to come to you. Like you're so ready to elevate and step into wealth. And money's just a tool. It's an energy. And that's why it's there for you. You're going to be a good steward of it. You're going to do great things for it. You don't need to struggle or fight for it. The next thing I'm seeing here is the cougar. This is all about just owning yourself and coming out and like being true to who you are. And I get this sense like, and also we see the snake here. This is about fear. Like maybe you're nervous to make your mark on the world. Maybe you're afraid to like come out of hiding and show the world who you truly are. And I feel like this has to do with like your career or like a business idea, or maybe even how you present yourself. The eagle here is talking about like you're going through a spiritual awakening. Also, you need to pull back and see things from a different point of view. This is here to remind you that you're a human being having a spiritual, or you're a spiritual being having a human experience. Don't lose the connection with the spiritual side of yourself. And that happens. Sometimes we lose that connection. So you're ready to step into a new paradigm. You're ready to have this quantum leap forward. You're ready to share with others. You're on the precipice of a major change in your circumstances. Finally, out of stagnation, things are moving forward. So expect your work situation, your love life, or even the entire network of your relationships to change. Your guides are telling you don't let the fears and doubts habitually produced by your head to hold you back. Something fresh and exciting is almost within your reach. Be ready to receive it. Jump into the freedom of the unknown. Dare to jump into a life of greater beauty and fulfillment. Your guides are telling you to burn it all down. You're ready to create something new. And a lot will have to be released. A lot is going to have to be released. Maybe some of the hardest things to release will have to be released, and that's what you've been contemplating right now. But they're like, just do it, burn it down so that, you can't go back, move forward. That's 100% the message that I'm getting for you. So I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support. And I will see you next time. All right, you guys, I'm going to take my last break to stretch real quick so that I'm fresh for those of you guys who are next. We have just 4 people left. So when I come back from my break, we'll do the last couple of you guys. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I will see you soon. Make sure you click on to part 4 of this session.